So, again, we want to make sure that we cover a lot of the protocols and things that are going to be put in place for graduation on June the 5th at 10 a.m. Because again, we have the social distancing protocols that we want to make sure that we're implementing to make sure that everybody stays safe and make sure everybody stays healthy. It's going to be different. It's going to be different than what we've normally done. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm just giving you rule after rule after rule. But again, this is different. So we want to make sure that everything is clear and make sure everybody understands. So one of the first things we want to talk about, everybody will be, all students, all graduates will be receiving 2 tickets. I know that some people want more than 2, but there will only be 2 tickets. And because of the seating in our stadium, to ensure that we are experiencing social distancing and keeping people 6 feet apart from each other, we are sitting everybody in pairs. The reason why that is important is because we have had in the past where people may give one of their tickets to a friend or sell one of their tickets to somebody else. We don't encourage that. And especially this year, especially because the seating is in pairs. We cannot have people sitting individually because we will not be able to fit everybody in. So in order to help with that, we have taken our tickets and we have coded them A and B. So this ticket here is 302A. This ticket is 302B. 302A, 302B. So when we have graduation and when you come in, whoever has the second ticket that is an issue has to sit with the person who has the first ticket. I'm sorry if you are not related or if you didn't come there together. Again, to ensure that we receive everybody into the stadium and to ensure that everybody has a place to sit, the people who have tickets that are matched up must sit side by side. This right here is some may not work out for some, and again, I apologize for that, but that is the way we will have to do that. Seniors, we are asking you to arrive at 9 o'clock. There will not be a graduation practice prior to graduation, so we are asking you to arrive at 9 o'clock. The gates will not open for all participants until 9:15, but that 9 to 9:15 time for us with you all as graduates, we'll be able to go over how we will handle the process, what will happen during graduation, how we will hand out diplomas, all those things. We will go over that with you from 9 o'clock to 9:15. Then at 9:15, we will open the gates for all people to come in. Ms. Umstead, once again, will go more in depth with how that process will look. We are asking that all seniors be there by 9. If you are late, well, again, we have a lot to do in a short period of time. If you are late, you will not be allowed to participate in that graduation. We've talked about it before when we were going to do the regular graduation at UAC Aiken, and make sure that you're on time. The same applies here. We need you there on time. I will be here probably 7 o'clock in the morning. So if you think you're going to be late, get here really, really early. We'll be here, but be on time. We talk about it all the time throughout the school year. Be on time. Be here before 9. All right. Now, we are going to be attaching a flyer. This flyer is 2 pages long that talks a lot about social distancing protocols. One of the things that we want to talk about, and one of the questions that a lot of people have is, how will we be handing out students' diploma covers? What we will do, the junior marshals, and we've gotten clearance about this, will wear white gloves. I will have on white gloves as well. And the only person that will touch the diploma cover without gloves on their hand will be the student. Once again, the junior marshals will wear white gloves. I will wear white gloves. And the only person that will touch the diploma cover without gloves on their hand will be the student who is graduating. So, and once again, we've gotten clearance to be able to do that because, again, we are not touching the diploma cover. We felt like the white gloves would be a much cleaner, a more professional look for you as students and for your parents as well when they get the photos back from graduation. We felt the white glove would be a much cleaner look, a more militarized look, something that looks better than if it were a plastic glove or a blue glove or something of that nature. Now, in regards to how we would do the social distancing protocol, again, we've got the sheet right here attached. There will be signs reminding you to social distance. When entering and coming through the main gate and visitor entrances, we will also be reminding you there. We ask that you take pictures before or after off campus. We don't want to have groups of people gathering around to take photos together. So we're asking that people take photos off campus at a later time or before graduation. But again, once again, please don't, because we don't want people gathering in large groups on the campus. We will not be allowing any guests onto the field. The graduates will sit onto the field, will sit on the field. Once they have completed the ceremony, the graduates will stay. And Ms. Umstead will go into that more, and then we will ask the patrons, the visitors, to exit the premises, and then the graduates will leave after they have gone through their last little bit of steps. Bathrooms we will only be allowing 3 people in the bathroom at a time. And again, I'm sorry, you all, that this is a lot of information. These are a lot of things that we want to cover. But again, this is, again, just to make sure that the overall safety of graduation takes place. Bathrooms will only allow 3 people in at a time. We'll have signage up for that. And we will also employ some other people to help make sure that we are participating in that social distancing in a different way, because again, it's a little bit different. Now, if those protocols are not followed by certain graduates, then they will not be able to pick up their diploma until the following week. All right. Once again, if those protocols are not followed, they will not be able to pick up their diploma until the following week, Monday, June 8th. If you're not planning to walk, or I said this earlier in a robocall, there's an opt-out form that is located on the South Aiken webpage, which will let us know if you want to opt out of graduation. Please make sure you fill that form out ahead of time, just so we can know how many chairs we need to have, know if we need to adjust tickets, anything of that nature. And let's see. Weather makeup day. Being outside, you all have seen the amount of rain that we've gotten over the past couple of days. If there's an event that we have a rain delay or have to do something different because of weather, the makeup day will be Saturday, June 6th at 10 a.m. And if there's any changes that come about, again, we will make sure we notify you all through the robocalls, through the website, and other various social media outlets. Once again, we will be attaching this flyer, and you will be able to receive this flyer and see it all in depth and read through it. We'll be placing this on our website. We'll be placing this on our social media pages as well. But again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at the school. You can also reach out to Ms. Umstead, who is the senior advisor. Once again, at her email address, aumstead, UAUMSTED @acpdsd.net. And once again, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you June 1st to pick up your graduation tickets, June 5th for graduation. Thank you.
Hi guys, this is Ms. Umstead again. I'm the senior advisor. I know you've seen me multiple times this year. A few things that I want to go over with you are specifically you guys as seniors, stuff that you need to know on that day and how things will work. As Mr. Fuller said, you do need to be at the school at 9 a.m. If you're not here at 9 a.m., we're assuming that you're not going to be walking, because you need that vital information that we're going to give between 9 and 9:15. I would even recommend getting here before. We'll be here 8:30, 8:45. It would be best if you could be there at that time, find your seat, to ensure at 9 a.m. we're ready to go so that we can give you the information that you'll need. What we'll be going over specifically during that time will be what the ceremony will look like, how you'll actually walk up to get your diploma cover, what side of the field you'll be going on, to make sure it still looks like a dignified commencement ceremony. We normally have 2 practices beforehand that are hours long to ensure you get all this information. So we're going to do as much as we can in that time before, because we're not going to be having practices the week of graduation, just to try to adhere to as much social distancing as we possibly can. Other things that I just want to reiterate, Mr. Fuller talked about the list of behaviors that y'all are expected to go over. This will be in with your tickets when you get them. And he touched on dress code. If you have questions about any of this stuff, please reach out to me. You can message me through Remind. I get back to you really quickly, or email me at aumsted@acpsd.net. I'd love to answer any questions that you have, because we're not going to be able to see you for those practices to answer your wardrobe questions. After the commencement ceremony is over, normally you would have a recession and you would walk out, but we're not going to be doing that this year, because that's social distancing protocol that's been outlined. by the district. So we will not be walking in or out. You will, once you come to the field, be told where your seat will be. There will be a piece of paper on each seat about this big with your name on it to make sure that you're able to see it and find it. Otherwise, there will be teachers that have lists and can tell you exactly where to go to make sure that you can find your seat. And then after the ceremony, that's when you'll actually get your diploma packet. When you walk through and you get the diploma cover from Mr. Fuller, you don't actually receive your diploma in that time because we don't want things to accidentally get mixed up and for you to end up getting someone else's diploma. So we wait and do that at the end just to ensure everyone gets the right thing, everyone stayed to the end of the ceremony and followed the protocols they were supposed to follow. And so how we're doing that this year, you guys will actually stay in your seats and a teacher will come by row. Each teacher will have it be assigned a different row to hand you your packet, and that'll have other vital information that you'll need as well, like how to get your transcript on parchment paper and other things that guidance is going to want you guys to have. Again, your parents are going to be asked to leave while all of that is happening, and then you guys will be dismissed after the parents have left the arena. The last thing that I want to touch on for you guys is going to be the drive-through on June 1st. It's going to be where you get anything and everything that has to do with graduation or that end of the year stuff. At that time, the first place that you'll stop out for check-in, people will be there to ask you about your pronunciation of your whole name to ensure that when you walk across the stage, we're pronouncing it correctly. You will have another stop where you receive any cords that you would get for graduation, and that includes the career and college readiness cords. There will also be a station where you learn about parchment because that's going to come in after graduation, whatever your next step is going to be. And guidance will be there to answer any questions. If you have other textbooks or library books, you'll be able to get it there. There will also be a station for fees. And then lastly, but most importantly, you'll have a section to actually get your tickets. With your tickets, you will have the sheets that Mr. Fuller talked about with the protocols for graduation, flyers giving you as much information as you need about graduation, but that's actually where you will get your tickets because we're not having graduation practice this year. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Thanks.
So, South Lincoln family, we want to make sure that we, again, provided as much information, give you as much detail as possible about how graduation will look and how we will be practicing social distancing, especially for those who are in the stands. On the field, we've got everybody sitting 6 feet apart, and we'll be able to have 22 chairs 6 feet apart, and so we'll have 22 people in a row going all the way back. So that's good for the field. But for those in the stands, we want to make sure that you saw what we're going to do. We will have the stands marked off with red seats, so you will know. So as you look, when I stand up, these seats are 40 inches wide, which again, because you're sitting in pairs, there's plenty enough room. This is actually wider than an airline seat to sit side by side. If you look at this row here, we have a pair sitting here, and we'll have a pair sitting here. And then we will also skip a row to make sure that people are sitting 6 feet apart from each other. So as you can see, there's plenty of distance, there's plenty of space, and we'll have it clearly marked with the red lines on the bleachers to let you know where you can sit. So this is again how we'll be practicing social distancing in the stands. On the field, this graduate will be sitting 6 feet apart, and we'll be able to have 22 rows going back with the stage on the field as well. Thank you. So once again, South Lincoln family, thank you for viewing our video. I know it was a lot of information to cover, but we want you to have as much detail as possible about how we will be handling the 2020 commencement this year. We look forward to seeing our seniors on June 1st and on June 5th. I look forward to handing you your diplomas. I look forward to seeing you walk into the next stage of life. And I wish it was under better circumstances, but I'm just glad that we had this opportunity to do so. So once again, thank you for reviewing the video. Every thoroughbred, every day, all means all.